Hello, and thank you for taking a few minutes today to learn about a unique service focused on completing the care you give your families. My name is Matt Van Dremelen with Final Assistance, and today I would like to introduce you to a new way of looking at funeral service, gaining a competitive advantage, and a model to increase customer loyalty. So for perspective, let's look at how typical funeral service is done today. Traditional funeral service provides three major areas of comfort and help. First, funeral homes offer pre-arrangement services to help people plan ahead. Second, after the death occurs, the funeral home assists the family with the arrangement process, helping the family determine what kind of services best suits their needs. And third, once the arrangements are all in place, the funeral home does all it can to ensure the service is what the family hoped for. Throughout the entire process, families are helped through a difficult time. However, from the family's perspective, there is a fourth aspect of care that is left unaddressed. Think of the last family you served. After the death, the family came to you with an emotional burden. They were in grief and needed to plan for funeral or memorial service. Their emotional state was low, but you were there to provide comfort and assurance. As the day of the funeral approached, their morale again began to waver, as they hoped for meaningful celebration for their loved one. Once again, you were there to guide them through this emotional experience. With the service now behind them, and with loved ones still around, the family has been well cared for. However, this isn't the last difficult task for the family. Within a very short time frame, extended family leaves, and they are faced with something just as challenging as the prior events. The next step is a complete unknown. Because they've never had to go through the process of settling the estate of a loved one, they don't know for sure what to do or even how to do it. The family recognizes this need as part of the entire death experience. But who will help them? Who gives them the assistance they need? Lawyers? Bankers? Accountants? Or you? This is where Final Assistance can help. The service of Full Circle Care includes handling 4 areas of care that a family will face after the loss of a loved one. First, we apply for any government or private pension benefits. Next, we contact insurance companies, including life and health companies. We then walk them through the next steps of estate issues, probate, wills, trusts, vehicle transfer, and so forth. Finally, we give direction on what to do with credit cards, bank accounts, and we set up a fraud alert for their protection. Over the phone, we walk the family through each task and complete it with them so they don't have to go through it alone. This becomes a seamless extension of your services. We have found that this assistance has had a very positive impact on families. Since most survivors don't even think about this step, it becomes an unexpected and welcome surprise. Our experience is that after Full Circle Care is given, the family's original expectations are surpassed, and they are very grateful. And not only is it important to exceed customer expectations, but almost any business strategy book you read will emphasize as a core principle the importance of product or service differentiation. In Tom Peters' popular writings, he emphasizes 2 things. First, you must differentiate your service from your competition. And second, don't forget that it is not differentiated until the customer understands the difference. Let me give you an example of the effect Full Circle Care had on one family. One of our Full Circle Care counselors assisted an elderly lady after the death of her husband. The widow's daughter was also present during our service and had witnessed the valuable help her mother had been given. At the conclusion of the session, the daughter asked her counselor an interesting question. She said, "Who's going to help me with these things when my husband dies?" She went on to say that her husband had bone cancer and was not expected to live more than a few years. The daughter realized that the funeral home where she and her husband already completed their pre-need funeral plans did not provide Full Circle Care. She immediately transferred her funeral plan to our client funeral home, so that years down the road her children would receive the same help and assistance she just experienced with her mother. As a funeral home, you have the opportunity to offer Full Circle Care. By giving superior service that other funeral homes do not, you can differentiate yourself. Imagine the surprise and delight your families will feel when they are given the gift of Full Circle Care. So how do you start to offer Full Circle Care? It's easy. First, sign a 1-page agreement. Second, include Full Circle Care in your service offering. And third, attend a 30-minute Quick Start training. The training will help your funeral directors position Full Circle Care as an unexpected service that extends and completes your care offering. Thank you for listening. I hope to hear from you soon.